Hello and good day, this is Dr. Peter with a weekly outlook and the preview of the past months of June. Since there have been no geopolitical changes, I would like to talk about the topic of luxury today. Clearly, there is a global tendency among governments to strive for total surveillance and control of their citizens. When explaining this to my students here in Africa, I always like to use the example of slavery. Most people in Africa work for a wage that barely ensures their survival. The majority of people in so-called industrialized countries are not much better off, just at a higher level. A slave was given food and a place to sleep to preserve their labor. The rulers had no further interest in them. They were expected to work as long as possible and then pass away in a social, acceptable manner. What has changed is that people today no longer realize that are slaves because they have more distractions that prevent them from thinking. From day one, people's minds are brainwashed and put into the illusion of living in a democracy or a constitutional state. But mislabeling things does not change the facts. I can stick a wine label on a bottle of milk, but it will still not become milk. Those who recognize the lie and call it by its name are relentlessly pursued and eliminated by the respective rulers. Bertolt Brecht applied said, "He who does not know the truth is morally a fool. He who knows the truth and calls it a lie is a criminal." Therefore, my forecast for the coming decades is that luxury will no longer be about mansions, jets and yachts, but about freedom, privacy and liquidity. Financial freedom will yield to total control and restrictions only granted to system individuals who can be shut down at any time if they criticize or develop any ambitions. Luxury will be completely redefined. Luxury will be the ability to do and say what one wants, to be where one wants and with one. The ability to buy and sell what one wants, where, how and why, basically everything that is normal in life but should be regulated to zero. Status symbols like real estate and vehicles of all kinds will no longer sought after possessions or for individuals because they can be confiscated by governments at any time. It will become a luxury to do what one desires. Bob Dylan recognized it decades ago when he wrote, "What's money? A man is successful if he gets up in the morning and goes to bed at night and in between does what he wants." Croesus-asset.management has made it its mission to assist in achieving economic and personal freedom, autonomy and independence. What was initially conceived as a construct for my own life, I later developed with IT specialists to bring it to the market and offer it to other people who have recognized the signs of the time and want to make pre-preparations. Our ambitious goal is to achieve a return of investment of around 100%. Whether I can achieve it this year remains uncertain, but I will definitely come close to the goal. In the past month of June, I achieved a return of 4.46%, which falls significantly short of my expectations. However, the market environment is exceptionally challenging and the security of our portfolios always takes priority. Compared to other market participants, Croesus is still unmatched and far ahead of all other providers. Visit our website, make good decisions, take a look at my new book, The Croesus Maxim, available as a book NFT on our homepage. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely yours, Dr. Peter Reinhardt.